today I want to share with you what I consider to be the best place to market your freight brokerage for absolutely free. Costs you absolutely zero. There are tons of places you can market your business online, right? But the fact of the matter is they're not all free. Some of them require very specialized training, and some of them require subscriptions or software in order to do it. So today, the place that I'm going to share with you that's most near and dear to my heart and that I think is so underutilized by B2B marketers in general, but mainly by the freight brokerage, logistics, and trucking industry is LinkedIn. Yes, you probably guessed it. LinkedIn, in my opinion, is the most underutilized platform online today. And the fact of the matter is, you can start building your network and marketing your business absolutely free without a subscription, without any special training, and you can literally start it today. I'm going to share with you some examples of things that you can start doing today. And I'm actually going to share some people that I'm connected with on LinkedIn that are doing a really great job so that I can show you real life examples of how other people are using LinkedIn to market their business, create awareness, start dialogues, and yes, get shipping customers through LinkedIn. Okay. So I'm going to give you a few stats before we get started on why you might want to pay attention and lean in when it comes to LinkedIn. All right. First of all, the most recent stat from LinkedIn is that they have over 950 million users worldwide in over 200 countries. Okay. So they have a vast, vast network. LinkedIn is like the most prominent, well-known B2B social network, right? It's a business social network. It's different than Facebook, that people aren't talking about what they ate for breakfast or posting vacation pictures or wedding pictures or, a night out on the town. It's all about business. It's all about relationships in business. And so now I joined LinkedIn back in 2008, right? That was a really long time ago. And when I joined back then, I think there were around 10 million users when I first joined. A few more stats: 16% of LinkedIn users log in every day, and 48% of LinkedIn users log in at least once per month. So it's very active, right? It's different than Facebook. It's different than Twitter. It's different than TikTok because it's meant for business. So it's used differently. But the fact is, the users on LinkedIn are very, very active. All right. The last stat I want to share with you is 4 out of 5 LinkedIn users help to drive business decisions. They are either business decision makers or influencers in that decision. So it is what I call a target rich environment. Okay. There are lots of shippers in all kinds of different industries and all kinds of different niches that are on LinkedIn active, logging in daily, weekly, or monthly. That's why I think it is the number one place for freight brokers and freight agents to go to market their business. Yes, of course, you want to have a website. But the fact of the matter is, if you set up a website today, it could be the greatest website in the world. It could be absolutely beautiful, perfect, well-designed, and amazing. But the fact of the matter is, when you publish that website online, nobody knows it's there. Google will eventually index it. The other search engines will eventually index it. But that doesn't mean drive traffic to your site. So the thing is that yes, you have to have it, because if anybody searches for you online, you have to have a website. The big advantage to LinkedIn is that they have a built-in customer base. They have a built-in traffic. 2 things that you have to do with LinkedIn that I'm talking about today. Number one, you got to set up a personal profile and a business profile. Those are 2 separate things. You want to set up a personal and business profile for your business. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do anything. Okay. There's no cost for that. The second thing I want to share with you today is by publishing and posting content daily, weekly, or monthly. My suggestion is you're posting daily or weekly, at least 1 time a week, if not daily, right? So I'm going to share with you some people that I follow are either past students or friends or connections of mine that are freight brokers that are posting content on a regular basis and using that to actually build their network, actually build their business, actually get customers and start relationships with customers, carriers, agents, and the whole 9. Okay. So I'm going to share with you that really quickly. This gentleman, which you guys probably might recall. All right, here we go. All right. So this gentleman's name is Jason Rabine. Jason Rabine. I apologize apologize. Jason, I had Jason on my Freight Broker Bootcamp Live. We had a great discussion. I interviewed him about his business, how he's growing his business with an agent network. And I just wanted to share with you what Jason does daily to give you some examples of how you can start publishing content on LinkedIn. So here's an example. This is Jason. This is his post. He posted 49 minutes ago. He did a post. Not all freight guards are created equal. I actually read ones that have been submitted when vetting a new carrier. So he did a little bit of a micro blog. He posted this 49 minutes ago. He's got 39 likes, 15 comments, and 1 repost. Now, Jason's used content and his mainly content to build a following of over 11,373 different people on LinkedIn. So he's been doing this for a while, but I wanted to share this with you because he posts content pretty much every day, sometimes multiple times per day. But he posts a lot of text-based content. He posts, he'll also post some images. You can see here, he posts every single day, 72 different likes, 18 comments. You know, he's got this one that has 77 likes and 30 comments. See, this is what you call engagement. He's not out there beating people over the head with his pitch, begging them to do business with him. He's not out there trying to sell people. He's out there sharing content, sharing his expertise, sharing what's going on in his head and in his business as a way to develop a relationship, right? He creates awareness by posting it. And you can see here that he gets tons of reach. And then he develops a relationship through the content, through the comments, and through, ongoing follow-up based upon where those relationships evolve. So you can see here, Jason posts pretty much every single day. He gets a ton of engagement. I know that he's used this not only to generate shippers for his business, but he's also used this to bring on new carriers. And he's also used this as a way to recruit and hire agents, because he has an agent business model. So that's one example I want to share with you really quick. The next gentleman's name is Stephen Tittle. Stephen is another gentleman who's a freight broker. He goes by hashtag Papa Freight. That's something that he's used. He's a U.S. Air Force veteran, builder of relationships in logistics and supply chain, blue collar, white glove owner operator. Okay. So he's a freight broker and he uses content every single day. You can see here he posted something a couple of hours ago. It's starting to get engagement. It's got 6 likes and some comments. He posted this the other day. He likes to use a lot of images, which I've noticed he uses imagery quite a bit. He's posting things that are relevant to his business. He's posting things that help him develop rapport and relationship with his target market. So these are examples of the types of posts. And again, I would highly recommend you guys check them out. You can check out Jason Rabine and Stephen Tittle's profile, and you can actually go through and look at the type of content. This one here, he posted an example of a shipment, 22 likes and 1 comment. What he's doing is he's using LinkedIn to build an audience of over 6,623 different contacts. Now, a lot of them are in the logistics space, either on the shipper side, maybe on the warehousing side, on the trucking side. Some of them are probably not in logistics at all, right? But the fact of the matter is he has taken advantage of LinkedIn by leveraging content on a daily, weekly basis to develop relationships and rapport. And I don't know if Stephen, maybe he could chime in the comments if he does eventually see this, if he's actually gotten customers through LinkedIn, but my gut says that he's using this as a way to develop relationships with not only shippers, but also with carriers and potential employees that can work for his business. So that's the second example. Let me share one more. And the other one that I'm going to share with you today is actually a gentleman who's in the audience today. He's someone who's been a student of my program. He's an avid follower. He's pretty much on all of these lives. And his name is Conor Harutyunyan. Conor is an agency owner, heavy haul, overwide, over-dimension manager, open deck loads. I'm a vendor for #1 company in their niche. And then he's using LinkedIn. He's built a network of over 2,451 different contacts using content on LinkedIn. You can see here, he posts different things, whether it be little micro blogs, whether it's, some funny images or content related to that. But the thing that he does really, really well that I love that he does is he posts examples of the types of shipments that he moves, right? So he posts things about heavy haul and overwide and overdimensional type loads. You can see here, he posted something about, obviously, about the convoy debacle, right? Which is relevant contextual news, right? Because that had a big impact on shippers. He's posting, videos, images, very compelling images that are very specific to what he does, right? And so I think he's doing a really great job. He's posting daily. He's posting on a regular basis, at least multiple times a week. And he's built a great audience doing that. So I wanted to share with you guys some examples of how freight brokers are leveraging LinkedIn to build a network, build connections, and start conversations with shippers, carriers, and potential agents or employees that could work for them. Here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand. I made the parallel a little bit ago about you setting up a website as a startup, and that website sits in cyberspace and nobody knows about it unless you drive traffic to it. Well, guess what? Conor and Jason and Steven joined LinkedIn, built a small network, started posting content, and it immediately started getting hundreds, if not thousands of views, comments, likes, and engagements. And that led to people following them. And they did that all for free. Now, does it take time? Yes. But I can tell you that if you sat down for 15 minutes every day and you start posting content like that, you're going to be amazed how quickly you can start building that muscle and generating that skill. But secondly, being able to build real connections with people that are in your freight niche. Now, hold tight, because I'm going to share with you, I do have a free download for you guys. I have something that I want to offer you, but it's a free download. I'm going to give you 20 different content LinkedIn post ideas. Okay. So I'm going to share with you 20 different LinkedIn post ideas. I'm going to give you some ideas of those right now. I'm going to share with you some of those ideas, but then if you want a download where you can download examples of that, download that list of different content ideas, I think that would be very, very good for you. So some of the ideas of the different types of content that you can post on LinkedIn. You can post images, right? Interesting and compelling images. Images always do really well. You can post text, which is a lot of what you saw. Little micro blogs or questions or topics specific to your industry niche or something that's relevant to your target audience. You can actually do short stories. You can create a top 10 list. You can do industry insights. You can do questions. You can have thought leadership. You can share tips. You can do a comparison post. You can do company updates, right? You can answer frequently asked questions. There's tons of things that you can do that are content ideas that you can start using as a way to build your LinkedIn network, to start driving those conversations, okay? So I don't want to get too long-winded, but if you guys want a copy of that free download with 20 plus LinkedIn post ideas, all you got to do is hit me up in the comments with hashtag LinkedIn post ideas, or just hit me up in the comments saying, yes, I want the LinkedIn post ideas. And I will actually send you a link where you can actually download that absolutely free. Okay. I've personally generated over $20 million in annual recurring revenue using LinkedIn for my freight brokerage when I owned my brokerage between 2003 and 2016. And I can tell you the opportunity is even better today because there are more shippers on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a much better platform. They have way better tools and more people are using LinkedIn today. So that's the place where I think you should be. If you're not on LinkedIn, make sure you get there. If you guys are curious about becoming a freight broker or a freight agent and you're looking for some help, maybe you're just looking for startup help, right? You're just trying to get the ball rolling. Check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. We've trained over 10,000 students. I've had that program since 2009. We offer a 60-day, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. You can check that out at freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys enjoyed this, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Freight Broker Bootcamp Live.